Hello friend, today we are going to discuss about the constructor. In Java, every class has its constructor that is invoked automatically when an object of class is created. A constructor is similar to a method, but in actual it is not a method. So friend, the constructor invoke automatically and it is similar to the method, but it is not the method. A Java method and Java constructor can be differentiated by its name and return type. A constructor has the same name as that of a class and it does not return any value. So let us see this demonstration of this sentence. The Java method and Java constructor can be differentiated by its name and return type. So for example, here I take a class test and here test. In the test class, this is the constructor body and here test is the constructor. It has the same name as that of the class. The class name is test and what is the constructor name? Constructor name is also the test. So it has the same name as that of the class and does not have a return type. It does not have a return type. So let us see that here class test opening brace void test, this is the method and here is the opening closing brace of the method body. So here test has the same name as that of the class and however it has the return type void, hence it's a method not a constructor. So example of constructor, here let us see one example. Suppose there is a class main. Here the spelling of the main, here m is a capital, it is not the main method. Class main, here in that class main there is a member private integer x and here we call the constructor private main and here we print the constructor called and x equal to 5. This is the body of the constructor. Now in the main method public static void main, in that main method the constructor is called while creating an object. When we create an object the constructor is automatically called. So here main is a class name, obj is the object, equal to new is used to create an object and here main is also the name of the class. So here when we print the value of x then it will give the output 5. So in that way the constructor is called. Here in the main class we declare a constructor and here the constructor name and the class name is same and here in the main method we called a constructor, it will called automatically when we create an object. So this is the output of that program, constructor called and value equal to 5. In the above example we have private constructor name main and inside the main method we are creating the object name obj of the class. Here how to create an object? Here is the name of the class, that is main, then object name, here obj equal to new and here is also the class name opening closing bracket. So this is the constructor. So now during this process the constructor is called, hence the print statement is executed and the variable x is initialized. So when we initialize object is initialized then constructor is automatically called. So Java allow two types of constructor, the default constructor and the parameterized constructor. The default constructor is again known as the no argument constructor and second one is the parameterized constructor. Now we see one by one the type of the constructor. First we see what is the no argument constructor. As the name specify, the no argument constructor of the Java does not accept any parameter. Instead, using this constructor, the instance variable of the method will be initialized with the fixed value for all the objects. So remember that friend, when we call the no argument constructor, Java does not accept any parameter because the name suggests that no argument. Instead of using this constructor, the instance variable of the method will be initialized with the fixed value for all objects. So friend, now we see the example. Here we take the class my class. The name of the class is the my class, and it is the access modifier is the public. In that class I declare a variable num of type integer, and here I initialize the variable. This is the instance variable, so this variable is assigned with the value 10. So here you will call the constructor to initialize the object as follow. Here public class constructor demo, and in that class we again call the main method, and in that main method we create a uh, object my class. T1 is the object of my class equal to new, and here we call the constructor. Then my class T2 is again another object of this class equal to new my class. Now we print the value of T1 and T2. Then T1 dot num and T2 dot num we print, and this plus sign is used for the concatenation. Now here when we run that program, it will be produce the following result like that 100 because we already assigned the 100 value to the num variable. So this is the no argument constructor. This no argument constructor is also known as the default constructor. The second type of the constructor is the parameterized constructor. Similar to the method, we can pass the parameter to the constructor. Parameter means argument. Such constructor are known as the parameterized constructor. For example, here private constructor, and we pass the argument 1, argument 2 up to argument n to that constructor, and in the opening closing curly brace there is the constructor body. So this is the definition or syntax of the parameterized constructor. Let us see one example to clear the idea about the parameterized constructor. Suppose there is a class vehicle. In that vehicle class we declare a instance variable wheels of type integer. Now constructor accepting a single value, that is private vehicle int wheels, and here this dot wheels equal to wheels. Now we print the value of the wheels plus wheeler vehicle created. Now in the main method public static void main calling the constructor by passing a single value, because we pass the one parameter to that particular constructor. Now here vehicle is the class name, v1 is the object name, vehicle v1 equal to new vehicle, and we pass the argument 2, and v2 is the another object and we pass the argument to constructor is 3. Now vehicle 3 is the another object and we pass the value 4 to that particular object. Now when we execute that program, the output will be look like that: two-wheeler vehicle created, three-wheeler vehicle created, four-wheeler vehicle created, like that. In the above example, we have a constructor named vehicle, and the constructor accept a single parameter named wheel. So here while creating the object, we are passing the argument to the constructor, and based on the argument it is generating the output. So this is the concept of the parameterized constructor. Now next topic is the constructor overloading. What is constructor overloading in Java? So similar to the method overloading, we also overload the constructor in Java. So friend, the method overloading point we cover in the previous lecture. So you know that how to overload the method in the Java. So like that way we also overload the constructor in Java. If you are not familiar with the method overloading, then go to that Java method overloading lecture and then clear your ideas. Now in the constructor overloading, there are two or more constructor with different parameter. For example, suppose let us consider this is the company class. In that company class, string domain name. This domain name is a type variable of type string. Now here the constructor with no parameter we call public company, and here this dot domain name equal to default, and here the constructor with single parameter constructor with single parameter we pass, because this is the no argument constructor and this is the parameterized constructor. Here the name of the constructor is also the company, and we pass a domain name string as a parameter, and this dot domain name equal to domain name. Now here public void get name, and in that get name method we print the domain name. Now here in the main method we call the constructor with no parameter, company default obj equal to new company. So calling the constructor with a single parameter, this is the constructor calling with no parameter, because when we create an object then it automatically initialize the value. Now when we call the constructor with a single parameter, then company program is obj equal to new company, and here we pass the string program is .com. So now when we call that method default obj dot get name and program is obj dot get name, then while executing that program it will show the output default and program is .com. So in this above example we have two constructor, public company and public company string domain name. So here the name of the constructor is same but the argument are different. So here the concept of the overloading of the constructor. Here both the constructor are initialize the variable domain name with the different values. So hence based on the value we want to call the constructor from the main method. So note that we have used this keyword to specify the variable of the class. So now friend, in that program we use the this keyword, this dot domain name equal to domain name, this dot domain name equal to default. So what is this? This is a keyword. What is this? This is a keyword in Java. There can be a lot of uses of Java. This keyword in the Java, this is reference variable that refer to the current object. What is this? This is a reference variable that refer to the current object. So this is the reference variable. Show this diagram and it will be this is the object object will be divided into two parts, state and behavior. So what are the uses of Java this keyword? Here the given 6 uses of Java this keyword. This can be used to refer current class instance variable. When we use this keyword can be used to refer the current class instance variable. This keyword can be used to invoke the current class method implicitly. Now this can be used to invoke current class constructor. This can be passed an argument in the method call. This can be passed the argument in the constructor call also, and this can be used to return the current class instance from the method. These all are the uses of this keyword. Now we see one example using this keyword to invoke the current class method. So here now see friend, the class test. What is the class name? Test. So in that test class we again call a method display, and here calling function show. So now this dot show we called in the display function. Now here system.out.println, here inside the display function message will be printed. Now what is the definition of the show function? Here we print the system.out.println inside the show function message will be printed, and when we call the main method, here we create an object test t1 equal to new test and t1 dot display. When friend, note that when we execute a Java program it will be execute from the main method. So here object will be created and this object dot display method will be called. When this method is called, then cursor go to the display method, and here in that display method what we call the function show. Now this dot show, then it will be cursor will be go into the show method and this message will be printed inside show function. Now when the cursor go back to that function, now the inside display function is printed, and the output of this program is like that: inside show function and inside display function. The another example of using this keyword to refer the current class instance variable. Now here in that program, again we take the class test. In that test class we declare two variable, instance variable a and b of type integer. Now we call the parameterized constructor test integer a, integer b. Now we assign that variable this dot a equal to a and this dot b equal to b, and in the display method we display the value of the variable a and b, and we print the variable. Now in the main method, when we call the object, create the object, with the help of the constructor, we parameterize constructor, we pass the two argument to the constructor, and we call the object dot display method. So when we go to the display method, here 10 and 20 are assigned to the a and b. Now the value of a is assigned to this dot a and value of b assigned to this dot b, and while printing this value, the output will be a equal to 10 and b equal to 20. So this is about the constructor overloading and this keyword in Java. So friend, I hope that you are all understand this concept. If you have any query, then you told me or give me a message what are the query regarding this lecture. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you friend.